Well, welcome to our tool post assembly. We're going to make this is the presentation file. So we're going to, here's our tool post that we've been working on. I'm going to close that, and I'm not going to save any changes. I'm going to go to New, and I'm going to go to IPN. This is the Inventor presentation file. So we're going to pick that and go OK. And I have to then go and grab my assembly, my tool post assembly right here. That's my IAM that I'm picking up. And I'm going to go open. And we have a choice now of either manually setting the explosion method or automatically. And I'm going to choose the manual. The automatic, I'd like you to try that, but I find that it is more limiting and actually more work than it is to just set it manually. So that's what I'm going to recommend, but you should try the other one just to see how it works. It'll just take you a minute to do it. Okay. Scoot this over a little bit because I don't need that as big. And now I'm going to go up here to tweak components. And tweaking the components are how we manipulate our components. It's called a tweak. So we're going to bring this over here. The first thing that I'm going to want to pick is the direction. You can see that this is in the create tweak highlighted as direction. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to pick a face, and I'm going to pick it. And you notice that the Z highlighted, so we're going to just leave that. Now I'm going to, without doing anything else, just grab this first piece and drag it out here. Then I'm going to go drag the next piece. This is if you want a series to work. Now drag that out there. And then finally I'm going to drag the last piece out here. And then I'm going to go clear. Now I'm going to close this out. And I'm going to expand this and expand our tool posts. And you will see that the things that I played with are highlighted by the plus sign because we've added a tweak to them. So what I'm going to do is open up all these three pieces. And you can see that the first distance that I moved it was 3.577. The next distance was 3.64. And the final distance I moved it was 7.8. And you'll notice that the wedge, when I moved it, that was the final distance here. So you can see how those correlate. And you can see the slotted washer was the second one and the third one, which again was the adjusting wedge. I want you to see how those work. Now I can pick, what I can do is I can just go right in here and I can pick this adjusting nut and I can take that and let's make that just an even 3. And hit enter. And you notice it moved. So watch again when I'm going to go pick the slotted washer and I'm going to go 3 and watch it move, and so will the nut. Okay. And then finally I'm going to go and do the adjusting wedge and I'm going to pick 8. Actually I'm going to pick 7. I think you could go back. Okay, great. And let's animate that to see how it works. Okay. Your interval is how fast this animation is. I'm going to lower it to about 5 just so we can see it quickly. And I'll go apply. And then here we go. I can make it go in. And I can make it go out. And you can see how nicely that all looks as we do this. Okay. And I'm going to close that out. And I'm going to continue with the tweaking of my project here to add some more exploded views. So I'm going to go to my tweak components. I'm going to come down here and I pick a point and I'm going to grab that bolt and just start sliding it. And notice that it's in the distance here, it's a negative. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to type in -7 and I'm going to hit apply and clear. So that is the next assembly motion that we've added. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit and we're going to try our animation again. And I'm going to have them go in and have them go out. Okay. And Now I'm going to show you a little something you can do here. We're going to drop this down, and I'm going to put the wedge and the adjusting screw together, okay? So what I'm going to do is pick that. I'm going to go Control, pick the wedge, right click. Oh, excuse me. I believe I have to hit reset. Yes. Now I can pick this, and now I can group. So again, what I had to do there was I went to tweak. Excuse me, I went to animate, and then this little arrow box here on the lower right, I hit reset. Okay, then I went and picked. I want to pick the adjusting screw and the wedge, and you hold down the Control key to pick both, and then you go group, and then we go apply. Now let's see what happens. So to go in, there we go, and to go out. They went at the same time. So you can control a lot of different things as you set these tweaks. Okay, we're going to close that. Go ahead and go back to our tweak file here. And the next, I think the next tweak I will do is we'll do this, the handle. I'm going to pick that. The Z is pressing up. I'm going to bring it up, reach down. I'm going to bring up the next one. I'm going to reach down and bring up the next one, and reach down and bring up the next one. And I'm going to go, and you know what? I'm even going to have this go the other way. And I am not going to be able to, so we'll just leave that and we'll go clear. And close. Okay, let's see how that looks. And we're going to, oh, that's nice. And open. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to look at all these and look at their distances. Okay, so I'm going to right click on the white browser bar here and go expand all, which will give me everything that we've got. I'm going to go into the locking handle, and you can see my different tweaks there. And so I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to just sort of even these out. 2.5, enter, and 3, enter, and 2.5, enter, and 3.5, enter. And let's go see how that looks. Let's go animate this again, and in. And out. Oh, I'm liking that. It looks great. Now you're noticing all these blue lines. If we go in here and right click on the visibility on the tweak, we can turn off the visibility of those blue lines. And as we work our way up, you'll see the lines will start to disappear. And I'll show you how to do that on the front end so to save you this trouble, because this seems like a lot of extra work to me. Sometimes you want the lines, especially when you have something make a sideways movement, and I'll show you that later on in another video. But for right now, let's get rid of all these. And we're working our way up, and you can see that the blue lines are disappearing over in object. And I think we're pretty darn good. We'll animate again just to see what that looks like. And together. And out. Okay, and together. And out. And something has changed. Have you noticed that the wedge isn't moving? Let's go find out what I did to the wedge. Where was the wedge? I lost my my tweak on the wedge somehow. I'm going to back up a little bit And there it is right there. I think I hit that instead of right-clicking here. I deleted it instead of picking the visibility. Nope, that's not it. Okay, adjusting screw, visibility off. Wedge, visibility off. There we go. Now let's try our animation. It's always a good thing, and there we go. I'm liking that. Now we got a couple more things to move. Let's go down here and go to tweak, and let's pick this face. And again, I'm going to be a Z, and I'm going to go -4. And here's where I would hit that check mark. And also, right down here in the lower left, you'll see display trails. I'm going to unclick that, uncheck that box, and it shouldn't leave the blue line. And I'm going to go apply and clear. Then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to do my tweak. Pick my direction, pick my object, drag it out. I'm going to go 3. And notice that my display trails are turned off now. Close. I'm going to go tweak and pick that face and drag that out. And I'm going to go 3.5. Clear. And I think I may have to do that again. I think I'm going to, where's my adjusting screw? Socket head. Yeah, I'm going to pick that right now and make that 3.5. Okay. Let's get into our home view just to see how this is all going to look. And it looks like I want to change those two around. So I'm going to pick on the socket screw I want to work on. You can see that it highlights over here in the browser list. I'm going to change that to 3.5 and change this one to 3. And I'm happy, and we're going to go to view, and that looks just great. Okay. And what I'm seeing here is that these things are too tall. Okay, so I'm going to come back. I'm going to pick on the object that I want to adjust the tweak on. And you can see it's in two parts. So the first tweak on my tool post would be the 3. So I'm going to leave that change that to 3.5. Change this to 3.5. And change this to 1. Okay, and then I'm going to find the flat washer, so I'll pick the flat washer, highlight it there, and that was my first 3.5, and 1, and 1. Okay, and then finally we're going to pick the locking handle, and 1, and drop this one down to 1. Now I think that's looking a little bit better. And again, you can go in and adjust this. I mean, obviously you can just make, you have a minute amount of control over this. So let's see anything else I need. I think I'm going to see what the animation looks like on that. So it goes in there. And then one of the things you can do is you can set the number of repetitions. I'm going to set for 3, 4. So it'll open and close. I'm going to go apply, and here we go. And then it's going to open right back up. Excellent. I'm going to reset. I'm going to set this to 1 and apply. And we can just make it open up. I'm looking at that. And again, just for myself, I'm going to shorten this up a little bit. So I'm going to go 0.5 and 0.5 and 1.5. Oops, that's too much, so let's go 2. I like that. Let's go to the flat washer and let's see here. Let's see what 3 looks like. 2.5. Because the more distance that it goes, the longer it takes. So it is kind of a little dance of how far you want things to be apart. Okay. And animate. And animate. Okay. And you saw that almost caught up with that. So that'd be a little more play that I'd have to play with. And then finally, the last tweak is going to be tweak this component here. And again, I'm going to put a negative number in, -7. And not *7, but -7. And clear. And close. And there we go. So that is how to animate this. That looked good. Okay. So the only thing I don't like here is these are too far away, so I'm going to play with these a little bit more. But that's just, I wanted everybody to be able to see how to animate this project.